Tank is a name that strikes fear into any boxer who faces him. Known for his explosive power, incredible speed, and the ability to finish fights with just one punch, Davis has earned a legendary status in the boxing world. But there's something people often miss: his remarkable training methods. While fans can't stop talking about his knockout power, the real magic happens behind the scenes. His preparation is just as impressive as the show he puts on under the lights.
I'm gonna beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit. Wait,
for real, so y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all this me and you, fool.
A recent video of Davis went viral, offering fans a rare look at what sets him apart. In the clip, Davis uses a medicine ball, but not in the usual way. Most athletes slam the ball against the ground or a wall to build core strength. Davis, however, takes it up a notch. He tosses the ball back and forth with two others, transforming a basic workout into a test of reflexes, balance, and power. The unique exercise left fans in awe and quickly became a hot topic online.
Rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Riot.
One fan captured the sentiment perfectly, commenting, "I don't know what he's training for, but the results speak for themselves." Another added a humorous twist, saying, "That's the toughest opponent he's faced." The reactions reflect a mix of admiration, humor, and curiosity about Davis's unique gym routines. And it's no wonder, his record speaks volumes: 30 wins, 28 by knockout. That kind of dominance isn't luck, it's the result of relentless effort and innovative training. As the video highlights, Davis focuses heavily on his core, a vital element for any boxer. The core generates punching power, maintains balance, and absorbs those punishing body shots. It's the foundation of his success.
I say 9th round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling you, saying you going down in a night?
Davis understands this better than anyone, both as a fighter who delivers brutal body shots and one who has to endure them. His training isn't about looking good for the cameras. It's about making sure his body can withstand the harsh realities of boxing. The video also gives fans a peek into what makes Davis so explosive in the ring. His power doesn't come from just raw strength. It's a perfect blend of technique, speed, and precision. The way he controls the medicine ball shows how much command he has over his body, and that control is what allows him to land those fight-ending punches we all expect. Watching him train is like watching a true craftsman. Every move has a purpose, and every detail counts. While the video had fans buzzing about Davis's work ethic, it also sparked an old debate. Is his dominance in the ring all about his talent and hard work, or has favorable matchmaking played a role? Some critics argue that Davis hasn't always faced the toughest competition. They point out that while his record is impressive, it may not tell the full story. But no matter where you stand, there's no denying that Davis puts in the effort. His unique training methods show he doesn't take anything for granted. Speaking of opponents, Davis is at the center of some serious drama regarding his next fight. He's scheduled to defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on March 1st in Brooklyn, New York. Or is he? That's the big question right now. Just before Christmas, Davis shocked the boxing world by posting on Instagram, "The fight is ing cancelled." Naturally, this sent fans, analysts, and even his opponent into a state of confusion.
Are you doing anything different as far as training going into this fight versus your other fights?
I do something different every training camp. I make the workload harder. Obviously, this is a 3-division world champ. And, you know, we got to train. We got to train like we fighting one of the best fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do.
Lamont Roach, however, didn't seem too shaken by Davis's announcement. In fact, he responded with a confidence that turned heads. Shortly after Davis's post, Roach shared a video of himself shadowboxing, looking sharp and ready. He followed it up with an Instagram post saying, "He said that, not me. I'm locked in, ain't changed. March 1st, Brooklyn. #and the new. Roach's message was clear. He's focused and not letting Davis's words throw him off track. Adding to the mystery, Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., told reporters on Boxing Day, "We haven't heard anything."
DC and Baltimore guys don't like each other. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So
Yeah.
it was a DC guy that I got into it with.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So one of the older guys named Dana, he basically told me chill out. Like,
As far as I'm concerned, the fight is still on. Nothing has changed on our end. It was a bold statement from Roach, signaling that his camp was fully prepared, no matter the uncertainty surrounding the fight. Meanwhile, Davis has been unusually quiet since his initial post. He hasn't clarified whether the fight is really off, or if his comments were made out of frustration or as part of a promotional strategy. Boxing, after all, is no stranger to mind games and last-minute twists. But for fans eagerly waiting for the bout, the silence has been maddening.
It's gonna be a party
And
on
I'm
your
gonna
floor.
let y'all know something. His father was up here
It's
shaking
gonna- it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name? He was shaking on the
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
on my kids. He was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was
never.
shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And
It gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
gotta be.
Then, on New Year's Day, there was a glimmer of hope. Davis's promotional company, GTD Promotions, posted a New Year's graphic featuring Davis with the words, "See you March 1st." This was the first real hint that the fight might still be on. Fans quickly latched onto this piece of news, hoping it meant the highly anticipated matchup was back on track. However, with no official announcement yet, everyone remains in suspense.
He and Baltimore don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, they
like
don't.
that.
One thing about it, the city gonna show up for me.
The timing of it all is fascinating. Davis is coming off a year packed with major wins, and a fight against Roach would be the perfect way to start the new year. For Roach, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Taking on someone like Davis is no easy feat, but the potential reward, a world title and a chance to shock the boxing world, makes it a risk worth taking.
Able to solve Tank Davis, what do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We gonna execute it, and we gonna get the
Move
results.
that head, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Both fighters have so much to gain, which is what makes the uncertainty around the fight so frustrating. But this isn't the only training update from Tank. Just a few days ago, he posted another video that had fans buzzing. He looked absolutely ripped, even though his fight with Lamont Roach is still 3 months away. Normally, fighters ease into their training camps with that much time before fight night, but Davis? He's already in peak condition, and the internet is going wild over it.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't
what?
bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. Yeah.
Videos from a recent press event only added fuel to the fire. Davis posed confidently for the cameras, flaunting a physique that's got everyone talking. One fan couldn't help but comment, "Lamont Roach is in trouble, Gervonta Davis is in shape right now." Another added, "Tank is looking insane." Reactions kept pouring in, with one fan noting how big and strong his shoulders looked, while another excitedly said, "Champ in shape, it's up." Fans are clearly fired up, and it's easy to see why. Davis isn't just showing up to win, he's sending a message loud and clear. He's ready to dominate.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
can't-
he pay for it. I guarantee he
I
pay
can't-
for it. I guarantee it. I
Calm
guarantee
down.
it.
But let's not forget about Lamont Roach, the man who will be standing across from Davis on fight night. Roach is no pushover. As the reigning WBA super featherweight champion, he's carved out his own impressive path in boxing. In fact, the WBA even granted him special permission to move up in weight and challenge Davis for his lightweight title, all while keeping his super featherweight belt. That's a rare opportunity and a clear sign that Roach is seen as a legitimate contender, not just another name on Davis's record. Roach earned his super featherweight title in a hard-fought battle against Hector Luis Garcia in November 2023, winning by split decision.
Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. I'm saying.
Roach successfully defended his belt in June against Fergal MCC, and now with his move up in weight, he has the chance to join the ranks of two-weight world champions, a list that already includes Gervonta Davis. It's a historic moment for Roach, and he's got everything to fight for. Davis, on the other hand, is no stranger to making history. Before his current reign as the WBA lightweight champion, he held both the IBF and WBA super featherweight titles. His transition to lightweight wasn't without its challenges, but he rose to the occasion. In November 2023, Davis was elevated from regular champion to full WBA world champion when Devin Haney vacated the belt. His first defense came in June, where he delivered an 8th-round knockout of Frank Martin, reminding everyone why he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the game.
I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal.
Fans had been eagerly hoping to see Davis face Vasyl Lomachenko in what promised to be a blockbuster unification clash. Talks between the two camps began earlier this year, sparking excitement across the boxing world. Lomachenko, known for his technical brilliance, seemed like the perfect challenge for Davis, whose power and explosiveness have made him nearly unbeatable. A Davis-Lomachenko fight would have been a classic matchup, speed versus power, precision versus ferocity. But those dreams came crashing down in July when negotiations abruptly fell apart. Lomachenko decided to step away from boxing, with his manager, Aegis Klimas, explaining that Lomachenko wasn't in the mood to fight Davis right now and wouldn't return to the ring until 2025.
Boxer. But everybody be talking shit to Gervonta, it don't be coming out good for them, my nigga. I'm just keeping it real.
He obviously a superstar. But just because it's who he is, this don't change no program that I got going on. I'm here to win. I've been coming to win. And I think the same result will happen on December the 14th.
The announcement left fans both disappointed and confused. Reports had suggested that an agreement was already in place, but top-ranked President Todd Duboff later clarified that the talks never went beyond the initial stages. There was no solid deal, just a framework for what could have been. With the collapse of the Lomachenko fight, Davis had to look elsewhere for his next opponent, and Lamont Roach stepped up to the plate. While Roach might not have the same star power as Lomachenko, he's a fighter with a lot to prove. Moving up in weight to challenge a powerhouse like Davis is a bold move, but also a risky one. Roach's style is more calculated, relying on skill and strategy rather than overwhelming power. Against someone like Davis, who can end a fight with a single punch, Roach will need to bring his absolute best.
Yeah, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too, so I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too. But it is what it is. I ain't really stunned that too much. I'm not worried about narrative. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring. All right, brother.
For Davis, this fight is another chance to solidify his legacy. At just 29 years old, he's already accomplished so much, but he's still hungry for more. Every fight is an opportunity to remind the world why he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. And judging by his current shape, he's not taking Roach, or anyone, lightly. His commitment to staying in peak condition, even months away from fight night, speaks volumes about his work ethic and mindset. As fans eagerly count down the days to March, the excitement is only growing. The clash between Davis and Roach isn't just about titles. It's about two fighters with different styles and journeys colliding on one of boxing's biggest stages. Davis, with his knockout power and swagger, represents the pinnacle of boxing's modern era. Roach, with his technical skills and determination, embodies the grit and hunger of an underdog ready to shock the world.
I have to get the shot. Everyone stay down. Thank you.
Right up for the name, guys, right here, right there. Face to face. Just like that. Thank you, guys.
For someone with a record as impressive as Davis, 30-0 with a knockout rate over 90%, it's almost surprising how much criticism he receives. But it's there, and it's loud. From fans questioning his consistency to analysts scrutinizing his willingness to face the toughest opponents, Davis is no stranger to being under the microscope. If there's one voice that has consistently weighed in on these debates, it's Showbiz the Adult, a popular boxing commentator who has never hesitated to offer his thoughts on Tank's career. Showbiz has praised Davis as one of the most skilled fighters of this generation, even going so far as to say his approach to fights is something truly special, rarely seen in boxing history. But despite the glowing praise, there's a sense of frustration in his words. He's quick to point out that Davis's career decisions, whether it's the opponents he chooses, the gaps between his fights, or the lack of a clear long-term strategy are holding him back. For someone with Davis's immense talent, the expectations are sky high, and Showbiz, like many others, wants to see him reach even greater heights.
Takes for you? Is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want, though. I don't want you to fight me like you saying you're going out.
Always go like this. Always go like this.
Nah, what I'm
always
saying,
get the
you just said you feel like you going out.
They go to
I don't
sleep.
want you to feel like you going out.
The comparison to Shakur Stevenson is especially striking. Showbiz clearly holds both fighters in high regard, expecting the same hunger and ambition from Davis that he sees in Stevenson. But it's not just about matching Shakur's drive, it's about living up to the standards set by the legends of the sport, like Roberto Duran and Manny Pacquiao. And this is where the criticism really stings. Duran and Pacquiao are iconic not just because of their skills, but because of their relentless pursuit of greatness. They didn't just dominate one division, they moved up, took risks, and chased the toughest challenges. Pacquiao, in particular, became a champion across 8 weight divisions, a feat that remains unmatched. Showbiz laments that Davis, with his extraordinary power and craftiness, hasn't adopted that same mindset. He imagines Davis chasing glory at welterweight or calling out big names like Teofimo Lopez, systematically dismantling every contender in his path. That's the kind of ambition fans long to see.
That Lamont, the way that everybody else look at Lamont, like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
It's not that Davis hasn't shown glimpses of that daring spirit. He started his career as a super featherweight, claimed titles, and then moved up to lightweight and light welterweight. His 2021 bout against Mario Barrios at 140 pounds was a significant step, showing his ability to compete and win outside his comfort zone. But instead of building on that momentum, Davis returned to the lightweight division, seemingly content to stay there. This lack of a clear trajectory is what frustrates many observers. Critics argue that Davis has the tools to become an all-time great, but greatness isn't just about talent, it's about mindset. Pacquiao didn't have Davis's raw power, but he had an unshakable determination to prove himself against the best, no matter the odds. Duran's fearlessness and versatility became legendary. For Davis, who has the natural gifts to stand among them, it's the perceived lack of ambition that stings. As Showbiz puts it, Davis could be remembered as one of the greatest if he simply embraced that mindset of total domination.
Man, I watched a few of your amateur fights, right? I didn't know that you and Tank fought many years ago as well, man. And I saw that, man. It was a close fight, man. It was a JO 2011.
Yeah.
I was battling back and forth, brother.
Yeah.
See, these boys look like pros as amateurs.
The cryptic cancellation message and Davis's recent comments about retiring before 2026 have only added to the concerns about his career. If Tank is already thinking about hanging up his gloves, what does that mean for his legacy? Is he satisfied with what he's accomplished, or is there still a burning desire to do more? For fans, these are unsettling questions. And for critics like Showbiz, it's a worrying sign that Davis might not be fully realizing his potential. Then there's the question of matchmaking. While Davis's resume boasts big wins and incredible knockouts, some argue that he's been too selective with his choice of opponents. Where are the blockbuster fights against the likes of Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, or Shakur Stevenson? Why hasn't Davis consistently sought out the toughest challenges? These are the kinds of questions that continue to pop up, and they're not going away anytime soon.
Christmas wish list. 3 names that you want 2025.
I won't say.
No. All right. Who? He's gonna call? All right. Yeah, that's how I usually do.
I will never call nobody out.
Ooh. So it'll be a first time. So more reason to tune in on March 1st.
Showbiz isn't alone in his frustrations. The broader boxing community has often echoed similar sentiments. They admire Davis's skills, marvel at his power, and celebrate his success, but they also want more. They want to see him take the kinds of risks that define a legacy. They want to see him move up in weight, chase undisputed titles, and fight the absolute best time after time. That's what the greats did, and that's what fans expect from someone as gifted as Tank. For now, The immediate concern is whether the fight with Lamont Roach Jr. will happen. If it does, it's another opportunity for Davis to silence his critics, at least temporarily. Roach is a capable fighter with his own ambitions, but he'll be stepping into the ring against one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport. A dominant win for Davis would remind everyone of his undeniable talent, but even a victory might not be enough to quiet the calls for him to aim higher.
Are you and Gervonta friends?
Friends, probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money. Yeah.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
True. Okay.
Davis truly stands at a crossroads in his career. His talent is undeniable, and his achievements so far are impressive, but the lingering doubts about his career decisions and future plans continue to cloud his legacy. Critics, including voices like Showbiz the Adult, recognize the immense potential Davis has. They see him as a fighter who could not only dominate but also dare to take on all comers, chasing greatness with the same ferocity he brings to the ring. The big question is whether Davis sees this potential himself, and if he does, whether he will act on it before it's too late. Announcing his retirement while still having plenty of fights left to deliver is certainly puzzling. It's a bold move, but it also raises questions about his mindset and future ambitions. Fans are left wondering if it's just a tactic, frustration, or a sign of a deeper shift in his priorities. Either way, it's hard to ignore the sense of unfinished business in Davis's career, and many will be watching to see what path he chooses next. Ultimately, Davis's next moves will speak volumes about his legacy. If he embraces the kind of ambition fans hope to see, he has the chance to solidify himself as one of the greatest. For now, though, the scrutiny remains. What do you think about Davis's potential and his announcement? Feel free to share your thoughts below.